Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to I'm No Rookie, episode 22. This is part 2 of episode 21. This is still Metal Gear Solid 3, very easy, with Roach. Roach, how are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, sweet. I see we still have the ocelots and genome tags up here. I don't really know how to get rid of those. But I guess we are... Oh, there they are. I don't think I can get rid of the images, but I can get rid of the names. All right, so have fun with those images. That's what we're dealing with today. All right, so this is part 2 of Metal Gear Solid 3, very easy, with Roach. And let's just get right into it. I don't think there's really a whole lot we need to worry about, huh? So, very easy. It's very easy to get out of the cell. You just call the frequency 144.75, and that is going to open up the cell door right away. Oh wow, that's really long. I didn't know there were that many frequencies. And you just run out. There's really nothing special about it. We don't need any. Oops. We don't need any of Johnny's stuff or anything like that. So we're just gonna leave. We're also gonna tank the alert. It's not necessary to take him out or anything. And do you know the way out of Groznygrad? Just generally where you need to go?
Yeah.
Cool. So here in this room, what you want to do is you want to stay close to the southern wall and just run straight west, because there's going to be a shield guard. As long as you stay close to the wall, he'll back off like that. If you try to get away from the wall, he'll bash you and knock you over. We don't want that. I think that happened because you delayed at the beginning of the room. I'm not certain. Anyway, at this room, you want to. There's a dog that's going to come out from behind that second barrel just ahead of me. You want to roll just before you get there. You'll either get there before he does or hit the dog and knock him out. Either way, you need to roll. Did you see where I did it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And one last thing. Here, go left rather than going under the pipes. It's a little bit faster. And then you can just roll and crawl under. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? I once had a soft lock here in the sewers, right at this codec call. What happened is the codec call, it's normally mandatory red, but for some reason it wasn't. It was white, and I didn't have the option to pick it up. So when Snake got to the bottom of the ladder, he just stood there, doing nothing. I could never do anything. It was weird. Yeah, so you're going to hang off that railing and drop down. And you know the path through the sewers, I presume?
Yes.
Cool. Perfect. So the Sorrow fight, if you remember during our last session at the lab, I mentioned that you can use the handkerchief to get through the Sorrow fight a little bit quicker. I'm going to show you that. If you don't have the handkerchief, that's fine, just drown yourself. As the board currently stands, drowning yourself, it makes no difference how you kill yourself during the fight, so drowning yourself is just fine. But in the future, it might be relevant to use the handkerchief. So here you would just equip it like you would equip anything else and just press the fire button 3 times and it would knock Snake out and he would instantly drown. And this is like 7 or 8 seconds faster than drowning yourself. Pretty big time save, realistically. But like I said, for the boards currently, it's not relevant. That is potential future development.
Yeah.
So because we didn't take out the transmitter, which we never do on very easy, the Ocelot unit guards are here, but they aren't that much of a threat. All we really have to worry about is one shotgun guy at the end, potentially knocking us over. So you can roll on top of this log here. It's pretty safe, pretty easy. It's not that risky to fall off. I do recommend rolling off. However, rolling on, but I don't recommend rolling off. There's something you can do here called a log roll, where you can roll over that waterfall from where I'm standing now. It's very tough, very risky. Whoops. I wasn't even trying to do it there, and I fell off. And you can understand that's exactly why it's so risky. All I was trying to do was turn around. It's absolutely not worth going for that log roll. Anyway, just walk off the log when you're done. And we're just basically going to book it straight towards the exit. So there is a shotgun guard near the end on the right, up on a hill. If you just stay close to that right wall, he generally won't hit you. But no promises. So kind of around here is what I mean. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the data?
Do you remember when you went to rescue Sokolov? Remember there was a locked door when you entered the main wing from the...
So, we don't need any of this stuff on the side. Feel free to just walk towards the exit. We are, however, going to need the cardboard box B at the very end, so be very, very sure that you pick that up. That's very important.
Yeah.
It saves a lot of time in the run. And we are going to do our big menu after we climb the ladder, so that way we can remove the 1911. I forgot I'm on the dev save, so I already have the box. Here's a trick. This ladder, it's a little bit weird. Normally you can't climb it unless you lean up against the wall, but if you kind of run towards this corner here and press triangle, you can climb the ladder just about a second faster. So, once we gain control of Snake, we're going to do our big menu for the game. This is the last menu we're going to do for the entire game. First, we're going to equip the box, and the reason for that is because if you equip it second, there's like a weird delay where you can't go into the menu for some reason. I don't know why. But we're just going to equip cardboard box B, and we are going to need the... take off the 1911, put on the easy gun, of course. Take off the SAA. We're going to need the SVD, the RPG, and stun grenades, and finally C3. That's it. So we have 5 things equipped. Sorry about this. I'm just typing something. Yeah, so that's it. So just equip the easy gun and run straight north, and we're going to cut through between these tanks here, just after the guards, you see? And we'll be just out of their line of sight, and they won't be able to see us. Super easy to take that line. Whoops. So, this room is a little bit different on very easy than it is on other difficulties, because of the scientists being so inept, they can't hear very well. So we can't do that trick where you just make all the guards run away. So what we're going to do instead is just keep the easy gun on and deal with guards along the way. So keep your easy gun on as you pass that first guard so that way he doesn't see you, and then you can do your C3 business. So mechanics and scientists will never alert on the box, no matter what, as you can see. Stand here all day, they'll never alert. So just put it on before you get to this guy here. Do you need me to show you again?
Yeah, sorry, I had something.
No problem. Just let me know, and I'll show you again. Happy. That's what I'm here for. Whoops. Come on. There we go. So, keep your easy gun on, and we're just going to run straight towards that first liquid fuel tank, which is just up there. Keep your easy gun on so that guy on the right doesn't see you. And then put your box on as you run up to the next one, which is in the northeast. And we're going to do it. We're going to plant it like in here, in between the shipping container and the tank. Oh, geez, that was lucky.
Snake?
Eva.
I finished planting the bomb on the rail bridge. If we get rid of the bridge, the enemy won't be able to follow us.
So, there's going to be a guard here next to the last tank, just there. You can either shoot him with your easy gun or just roll into him. I prefer to just roll into him. I find that easier. maybe faster. I think that it's probably the same. It probably comes out in the wash, which one is faster. But and then the last tank is just up these stairs. Cool. So, Volgan. Volgan has a pretty neat little setup on Very Easy, where you can just let him hit you, and that'll set you up perfectly to get your second phase shots. But we'll worry about that when we get there. First is, of course, phase 1. So, once you gain control of Snake, you're going to run towards Volgan and CQC slam him. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then shoot him in the face with your SVD while he's on the ground. Just like that. So let's see that, and then we'll move on to phase 2. Do you need me to show you again?
Shoot him!
Oh, yeah, I should have had you equip the fake death pill, I forgot. I normally advise people to equip it for learning and practice, because it's likely that you're going to need it during this fight and the boss fight. But I forgot. That's my bad.
I made a promise to the boss. Silence! I am your commanding officer.
Basically, just look all the way down. That's pretty much what it is. You're just going to have to look very nearly all the way down.
So from the CQC throw, is it looking just straight down, or?
Yeah, straight down. He's pretty much going to be straight down, very slightly to the left, and he's not going to be perfectly all the way down, but he'll be pretty close. So there it was body shots. You need to get at least one headshot. Generally, I recommend getting all headshots. That's the slightly to the left part.
Keep hesitating on that.
That's fine. You'll get a feel for it. Do you want to see what I do again?
Sure.
Cool. Oh, I gotta equip the fake death pill too. What do you think of that? I mean, does that help you sort of clear it up a little bit?
All right. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, you'll of course get a better feel for everything as you practice. So phase 2, like I said, phase 2 has that little setup that you can do on Very Easy. Basically, what we're going to do is he's going to always start phase 2 with the same attack. It's going to be that 360-degree bullet attack thing, whatever it is. So we're just going to run straight up to him, get a little bit closer, and we're going to let him hit us with that. We're just going to tank it, and when Snake finishes recoiling that animation, then we're just going to start spamming the fire button at Volgan and quick reload when we run out of ammo. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to try not to finish the fight, so I can try it again if I need to, but it might happen. Damn it! Yeah, it happened. That was like 4 shots. But do you see what I did?
Yeah.
Okay. Equip the SVD before he hits you, so that way you have it going,
Okay.
ready to go. But yeah, that's it. That's perfect. Yeah. So bike chase. Because we equipped the RPG with our big menu, because we picked it up on the mountain and we equipped it in our big menu, we don't have to equip it here. But we also don't need it. So we're just going to look up, and we're just not going to shoot the Shagohod or really any guards at all. In this first room, you don't need to do anything. Actually, you're on Xbox One, so you probably don't even need to look up. You could probably just do whatever you want. I've never timed it on Xbox One because I don't have one. But you can probably do whatever you want. I, however, need to look up. Now, naturally, this is looking up for the whole time is pretty boring. So even on PS3, a lot of people just don't bother. They'll just continue playing as normal, even in their regular runs, but especially in marathon runs. Because it's really not fun for a viewer to see this for, 12 minutes. So we'll just play the game, basically, during marathons.
Are we keeping pre-boss Shagohod damage until the runway?
Yeah, you can do all of your Shagohod damage on the runway, so we don't need to worry about doing any damage here. Also, these guys here, you don't need to shoot them. They don't need to... They can be... You don't need to shoot them to progress. This first room, you don't need to do anything at all. So I just sent you an image. That image will be relevant in about 10 minutes. Not even 5 minutes, something like that.
I'm sure I'll understand.
Yeah.
Take it that's the angle for taking out the tracks, or...
Yeah, exactly. So you do need to shoot a couple of guys here. These 4 guys on the ground, they need to be taken out. That's my bad. I was typing something. And then in this, when she swings around here, you're going to want to take out some guys here. Basically, take out everyone you can on the ground here. The reason for this is because if you shoot these guys, they won't come as a second wave. Right here, Eva's going to stop. And she's going to expect me to shoot some guys who are going to be running towards me now. But because I already shot them, she's not going to wait at all, and she's just going to go right away. After you shoot those guys, you're done. You don't need to do anything else for this room. But you are going to want to equip the easy gun in a run. I believe you don't have the leech right now, but in a run, you would have the leech. So after you shoot those guys, you're going to need to equip the easy gun, because your stamina is going to be very important. At this point, you would still have the leech in a run. So it's still going to be draining your stamina, and you really do not want to be low on stamina when you get to the Shagohod. So... So yeah, when you get to the point where you damage the Shagohod, do you know where to shoot to actually do the damage?
Sort of below the head, but
Yeah, exactly. That sort of big box there just below the head in between the treads. You'll see when I start shooting it. Just for any clarification that might be needed. So yeah, it's also not necessary to spam. I really don't, especially on VE, I don't recommend spamming. I recommend going for precisely aimed shots, because you really don't want that Shagohod to go back. You have a lot of lenience on VE to get your damage cap. Specifically, you really only want to do a quarter damage. Once you get to a quarter damage, you can stop. The reason for that is because during the fight with the Shagohod itself, each shot does 1/4 damage. So anything over a quarter damage is just wasted. Especially on PS3 when it lags the game so much to shoot the RPG. On Xbox, it's not so important, but basically anything over a quarter damage done here does not benefit you. I like that you're holding R1 when you quick reload. That's really good. It's hard to get some people to grasp onto that, so I'm glad you got it.
I planted one C3 charge. Let it come closer. Keep your aim steady. Keep your aim steady. Keep your aim steady. Keep your aim steady. Keep your aim steady.
So that image becomes relevant now. If you want to have a look at what I'm doing, so I'm gonna teach you the Shagohod loop. The Shagohod loop opens up with a precisely timed shot on the treads, and we don't have to aim that shot as such. Instead, we're gonna let Snake do the aiming for us. So as soon as we skip that cutscene that I just skipped, you're gonna hold R2 going into the fight, so that way you have the menu open on the first frame. Equip the RPG, go into the scope, and you're going to wait for your aim to automatically drift into that position where it was in that image I showed you, okay? So you can use whatever visual cue that you like to determine when to shoot, as long as it's consistent. Personally, the one that I use is the red dot in the center of the scope, the aiming reticle. When that lines up with a sort of mostly horizontal line on the treads, that's when I shoot. So if you want to pull up that image, do you see the visual cue that I use?
yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like a tan line.
Yeah, it's like a tan, whitish line. When it gets to the middle of that point, that's when I shoot, okay? Also keep in mind, you don't have to like press and release, you can hold it down. Some people actually didn't know this. You can hold down the fire button, and the RPG will not fire until you release the button.
I know that.
Okay, good. Some people didn't know that, so I like to explain that when we get to this point. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the loop looks like. So again, I was holding R2, so I can have the menu open on first frame, and I'm going to go ahead and do the loop. So that's a good stun. You know you got a good stun if he stays in place like that. You'll notice he didn't really turn at all. If he turns even a little bit, that means you got a bad stun. We'll worry about really damaging the Shagohod after this. I'm going to go ahead and do that again so you can see that a couple more times. Also, the only way to kill yourself during this fight is to do this. You can't fake death kill. I don't know why. Even when you're on the ground, off the bike, you still can't fake death kill. I have no clue why. That's a good stun. So that's two good stuns. I'm going to show you what a bad stun looks like so you can see what happens in that case. Oh, did you already do it? Have you already gotten that first shot?
I think so.
Ah, cool. I wasn't looking. So do you want me to show you the bad stun then? Or do you want me to just move on?
It might have been a bad stun. I don't know.
It kind of looks like it. Did he turn at all?
I think so.
Okay, then that's a bad stun. So you already know what the bad stun looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to what to do after you get a good stun. So basically, once the Shagohod is stunned in place, Eva's going to drive behind the Shagohod. And once you hear her tires screech, you can hear game audio, right?
No.
Oh, that's a problem. Okay, well, once you're behind the Shagohod, mostly behind the Shagohod, when Eva sort of begins stopping, okay? You're gonna shoot the weak spot. And then I'll show you. So right about now, and then you're gonna shoot the treads again. Whoops, that's a miss. Yeah, okay, so I missed that shot, so he had time to turn around like that, as you see. Do me a favor, go ahead and watch what I'm doing before trying to replicate it yourself, okay? I don't want you to miss anything, because the Shagohod loop in particular can be pretty complicated and sometimes hard to grasp, so... Let's just go ahead and watch it done a couple times and then move on, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, I missed that shot, so as a result, he turned around. You definitely want to make sure you actually hit the treads. You don't want to aim for the area above it or anything like that, because that is armored and it won't work. So. So, once she gets behind, shoot the weak spot, and then immediately shoot the treads. You don't have a whole lot of time, but if you did it right, Eva will stay behind the Shagohod like this. You would wait for its iframes to go away, and then shoot it 2 more times in the back. The fight would be over. So right now, 1 more shot right there, the fight would have been over. You only need to shoot the treads twice in the whole fight if it's done, well on VE. Once in the very beginning, and once after your first damaging shot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So, do you want to see that again, or do you want to go ahead and give it a shot?
I'll try.
Sure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, particularly on Xbox One, I noticed you were spamming. That's fine. Feel free to spam. It's better to spam and potentially have a little bit of lag than it is to lose the loop. On Xbox One, though, like I said, it runs the game a lot better, so lag is a lot less of a problem. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot else. If you mess up the loop, particularly on the first shot, you're probably going to have a casual fight. Basically, try to get as much damage on the back of the Shagohod as you can, especially those glancing shots where it looks like you might not be able to hit it. The hitbox for the weak spot is actually a lot bigger than you might think. So go for any weak spot shots, pretty much at any opportunity you can. You can actually hit the weak spot from the front of the Shagohod. It's something you'll get a feel for as you play the game. But occasionally shooting the treads, of course, to stun it. There's really not a whole lot else you need to know about the Shagohod. If you do plan on moving up to other difficulties, do know that the Shagohod loop is 100% identical on every difficulty, except you just take more shots to kill it. That's it. That's really it. So you really you don't have to really have to learn anything else, thankfully. So yeah, phase 2 is pretty simple. I actually have to get there before I can show you it. You can see here how I'm going for those glancing shots from the front. They can hit if you aim them right. Man. Oh my god, my aim is terrible. Come on. So phase 2 is pretty simple. We're going to change to the... we're going to shoot a RPG shot about a second or a second or two after we gain control of Snake. You do need a buffer just a little bit, the way the Shadow HUD lands in the correct place. And then change to the SVD and spam body shots on him. And then one more headshot should end the fight. So let me show you. SVD. And then we're going to need to do the RPG again. And then one headshot would end the fight, just here. Make sense? Roach.
Sorry, yeah.
Cool.
How are
All
you
right.
changing your magnification level on the SVD?
Oh, triangle. Yeah.
Okay.
It works with the SVD and the Mosin, and I think that's it. Yeah, triangle. We'll zoom in. Or Y, sorry, in your case. I normally try to go into this with the 3-power magnification, but... Okay, so yeah, what happened there is you were a little bit too slow getting that body shot, so he was able to turn the Shagohod fully around. If he's facing you, you'll hit his shield instead of him. He has a shield on the front 180 degrees of him, so he needs to be either facing his head away, or you need to hit him from behind. So yeah, you just have to. You can turn around and roll off the ledge. It'll kill you. That's the fastest way to die here. It'll also resume you from phase 2, so you don't have to worry about doing phase 1 again. Do you want me to show you what I do again?
Sure.
Cool. What I showed you before was a little bit different than what I normally do. I usually use a visual cue for that first shot. I don't know why I didn't do that this time. I'm going to show you that visual cue. What it is I zoom in the scope, and I look at the Shagohod when it's right tread. Immediately when it leaves that red reticle, crosses over it, that's when I shoot. So I'm going to do that and see if you can notice that. And then you just unload on him. And you do got to be a little bit quick, because you can see where he stops. If I were to shoot him now, well, I guess it's because I already hit him. But normally, if you shoot him then, you would hit the shield. And he would just tank it. Actually, I don't think you need to go for another rocket shot there. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Nice, that's good. Okay, so there you would just go for another headshot. And he would die. Rather than going for 3 body shots.
Right.
Nice, that was a really glancing shot. Okay, so what happened there? You hit his shield, so I guess you do need to go for that RPG shot. I was a little bit confused. I've always gone for the RPG shot, but I don't know if you noticed it. Just in that last attempt I did, I shot him once in the body, thinking it wouldn't work, and it did. That's why I was confused about not needing that second shot, but it looks like you do. I don't know why that worked that one time. It's very weird. Well, rather than just ending the fight, how about you retry until you get the fight done properly, done quickly, I should say. Nice. So now shoot the treads again. Yeah, you definitely want to take your time and aim for that headshot. It definitely saves a lot of time to go for that headshot. But it looks like you got him, so that's good. So, Bike Chase 2, very, very simple. Literally, you don't have to do anything, like, at all. You're just going to look up for the whole time. You also don't need to worry about equipping the easy gun, because your stamina, you got a full restore here. And also, your stamina will continue to deplete throughout the bike chase, but that's not a problem because you have more than enough time during EVA Escort to get your stamina back up. So basically, don't equip the easy gun here. Just tap R2 and pull up whatever was on your previous, if you bother to look up at all. Have you detected any slowdown or lag at all on the Xbox version here?
Not on the Xbox version, I don't think.
Right. That's about what I expect. I think that the Xbox version does not have any slowdown at all in the bike chase. Even on PS3, it's only a little bit. It's about a 2% slowdown. The game's running at about 58%, or I don't know why I said that, 98% speed. For pretty much the whole bike chase, and that small 2% difference adds up to about 25 seconds over the 12 minutes of the full bike chase. So... you also don't need to worry about shooting the log. It's not necessary, of course. Just tank it. I don't think it's possible to die here. I really don't. Like, at all. In this whole section. I don't think it's possible for them to output enough damage. %58 speed at 98 FPS. Yes, I love it.
Here comes the jump. Hold on tight. What do you think of that? Not bad, huh?
Wow, very interesting. So I don't know if you're watching the streams or not. We entered this last room of Bike Chase basically at the same time. And I was looking up for, I think, the whole time in that room, and you did nothing, I think, and you still got out of the room faster than me. So that shows you how much faster the Xbox can actually be in that room because of no lag. Very interesting. I would actually like to time that, but anyway, that's not what we're here for. So first thing we're going to do is going to feed Eva here. This saves about 8 seconds. As opposed to feeding her later. Because we fed her here, we don't need to feed her at all for the rest of the escort. And then we're going to cure just her. And it's going to be 2 cuts. That's all it is. So once you gain control of Snake, you don't need to worry about calling Eva at all. Just leave her here. She will teleport to you when you get to the next cutscene. But once you get out of this cutscene, you do need to bring her with you, of course, and there will be guards behind you, but they will be 100% not an issue. And make sure you equip the easy gun too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Wow, the DS3 is terrible. Oh my god. Like, half of my shots are getting denied here. Do you know the route, by the way, that you're supposed to take through Escort?
Not really.
Oh, okay. And I should probably show you that, shouldn't I? You want me to go ahead? You want me to go ahead and restart the room, or should I, or what? How should we do this?
I think.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be best if I restarted the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong? Snake! Snake!
So, basic goal is to move south. Oh, she didn't get called. Basic goal is to move south for pretty much all of this room. We're just going to go around some obstacles along the way. We're going to go down that hill, of course. You don't want to go up it because there's nothing for you. Just misery is there. Going down there, and then from there, there's really only one path. Curve around here, and then once you turn this corner, it's going to be just to your right. That's your destination. And if you ever get lost, you can look at the map, of course. But yeah, just to the right here is where we need to be. I will wait for you to get into the next room before I carry on. Oh yeah, you're here. Yeah, so Basically, most important thing here in this room is to keep Eva moving as much as possible. Because you have the easy gun on, you really don't have to worry about guards seeing you all that much. So, you can take them out if you want. I like to, personally. It's really not a big deal. But by far the most important thing is to make sure that Eva is moving at all times. I do recommend taking these two guys out, though. If anyone. And that, I guess that guy right there. But it's not really critical. So the path here is we're going to go uphill. So you see the path diverges here. We're going to go uphill. So the left path. I like to stay a little bit close to Eva, by the way, so that way she takes a more direct line. If you get really far away from her, she'll sort of take like a predefined path. But if you stay close to her, she takes a straighter line. So once you get here, you only need to shoot one guy. This guy. That's it. But I like to shoot this guy too. There's a guy in the grass there. Don't shoot him. It's absolutely not worth your time. All he can do is make things worse, basically. He's going to be laying there in the grass. He's absolutely not looking in your direction. So the only way he can see you is if you walk up to him. So just don't do that. And from here, just take a straight line to the exit.
I'm so hungry.
Oh. You shot the guy in the grass. So that's the problems I was talking about. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Did you see the two guys that I shot?
The one at the top, or
The one by, at the top of your screen right now, the one behind the log. And then there's one just to your east, who's going to be sitting like behind a tree or something like that. I would shoot them too. Yeah, that guy. I would shoot those two guys and then just move on. I would not shoot anyone else. There's like 4 guys in that room. Absolutely, you don't need to shoot.
I think
all
I
of them.
tried to auto lock the guy next to the.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely recommend aiming, particularly for these long range shots. Anyway. Yeah, the boss. We're just going to use the easy gun for the boss. So we don't need the Mosin or anything. There's a loop for the boss, which I'm going to show you, of course. So the boss always opens up by charging you with a CQC attack, which you can parry by pressing circle when you see the red exclamation point over Snake's head. Just like that.
Let's see
Right.
what you're made of.
And then we're going to shoot her twice in the head and slam her down to the ground. Stun grenade straight up. And we're more or less going to repeat that cycle. And don't worry about going a little bit faster. I'll show you this as many times as necessary until you get. Here, wait a couple of seconds and then shoot her in the head again, and repeat. So I'm going to go ahead and fake death pill and show you that again from the beginning.
You're better than I am. You were faking it? Did you really think?
Go ahead and wait for me to show you this, all right, before trying it yourself. I want to get this a couple repetitions down before.
Brace yourself.
Just twice in the head. A slam. Be careful not to try to slam her from the front. Even if she's stunned, you can never slam her from the front. So
Excellent.
just keep that in mind. You always have to walk beside her or behind her or something like that. And then when you throw the stun grenade straight up, there is literally no time limit. The only thing you can do is throw it too early. It's impossible to throw it too late. So don't ever, worry about being too late. Whoops. Okay, I guess it's a problem if you wait so long that she CQCs you again, which would delete your stun grenade. Other than that, there is no time limit. There's no real. It's not like the stun grenade's ever just going to suddenly stop working. But if she does something that literally deletes the stun grenade, that's a problem. That's what she does when she CQCs you. Very strange. I've never had that happen before.
All right.
Brace yourself.
Also, don't bother quick reloading here. It's really not necessary. But you are going to have to unequip your gun to slam her. Just keep that in mind.
Excellent, Jack.
See what I mean? And then you wait a couple seconds. Reason for that, of course, is because if you were to not wait, she would just fall over and you would do less damage. So yeah, that's the basic loop. Why don't you give that a shot,
You're better than I
and we will work on anything.
Are you waiting like a? Is there like a time frame, like 1.5 seconds you wait during Sun Grenade, or?
You know, I've never really timed it.
You
I don't really have an answer for you there, but probably about 2
Do you really
seconds.
think I would fall for that? Stop playing dead.
I guess I would do a quick head timing for you. See what I come up with.
Let's see what you're made of. Excellent, Jack.
I think I got her in the body.
About 2.5 seconds. What I don't know why I didn't think of this before. What I do is I actually sort of subconsciously look at a visual cue. You know how she bobs her head when she's stunned and she's kind of covering her eyes and she bobs her head? You know that?
Yeah.
When she bobs her head twice, that's when I do it. Or you can just count to 2.5 or 3 or something like that. Whatever works for you. It doesn't matter. We're talking about small numbers here anyway. So. Are you having trouble getting that parry?
Yeah, sorry.
Just wait for the red exclamation point to appear. It's really lenient on very easy, so if you just wait for it to appear and then press B, you'll counter it or parry it every time. See? I actually like what you did there, even though you waited a little too long, that's fine. But I like that you didn't try to chase her head around. A lot of people will try to do that. It's just, small adjustments, and that's exactly what you did. I like that. That's good.
Sorry, the controller lag's kind of the lag between the controller and OBS is kind of.
Yeah, that's perfectly understandable. I've played like that as well. It's not fun. If you fail that parry, you can get out by spinning the left stick around and mashing B.
All right.
But at that point, you're in backup mode. I wouldn't worry about that while you're learning. That's something you'll worry about in runs. Do you think you're pressing it too early or too late?
I think I'm pressing it too early, and then she's parrying the punch.
Right. Oh, are you punching? Yeah, if you're punching, that's way too early. Wait until you see the red exclamation point and then press B. I wish I had my input display up right now. I could sort of show you what I mean about how much time you actually have. Try pushing yourself into going later. It might feel wrong, but just try it. Try to push through it, I mean. There you go. Very good.
Ah. Ah.
Oh, she did that juke thing where she goes to the side first. Yeah, you're just gonna have to be ready for that sometimes. Just kind of that's why I say, especially on so you get that red exclamation point on normal and below. On anything above normal, you don't get it. So on anything normal and below, I really highly recommend waiting for that red exclamation point so you actually see it. So you basically react to it before you press your CQC button. And one of the big reasons for that is because she can do that sort of sidestep juke thing. You got to just try pressing it later, man. You have a whole lot of time to go late. The window is very lenient late, but if you press it even one frame early, then it's guaranteed failure. So your window is a lot bigger the later you go.
Okay.
There you go. Nice. Nice. Perfect. Yeah, that was good. All you got to do is CQC her a little sooner before she gets a chance to turn around on you, and you're good. And you repeat that basically. Well, do the stun grenade and then repeat that.
And that's the whole fight?
That you're just gonna on very easy. You don't need to do anything else. You're just gonna do that cycle 3 times or like 2.5 times, and she dies. And yeah, that's the whole fight. Did you see what happened there? She kind of did that really quick turnaround and was able to parry
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
So is it just being faster there, or?
Yeah, your CQC range is a lot bigger than you might think. Have you ever played around with CQC all that much in MGS3?
Not really.
Okay, the CQC range is huge. It's for reference. The CQC range is larger than the guard's hearing radius, so you can CQC a guard before he even hears you coming. Okay, keep that in mind because your CQC radius is still the same when you're fighting the boss. So you can CQC her from really far away. The only thing that really matters is where you're standing when you do it. You just need to not be in front of her. So there you go. Looks like you got the. Oh, you didn't get the stun. Oh, she started her attack just before the stun went off, so she was able to hit you before it stunned her. Yeah, she has a bit of a weird hitbox sometimes when she's like hunched over like that. It's not quite as bad as the pains though. I have a thought. I want to try something real quick. On other difficulties, there's something a little bit safer you can do. I want to see if it works on very easy.
You
So you keep
faking
practicing.
it?
Keep trying this.
Did
I'm
you
gonna
really
try
think
something
I
real
would
quick.
fall for that? Stop playing dead. Let's see what you're made of.
Oh, I did it wrong. I already messed it up.
You were faking it? Did you really think I would fall for that? Stop playing dead.
Very good. Nice work.
Brace yourself. Excellent, Jack.
Wait, what am I doing? I'm doing this backwards.
We're faking it? Did you really think I would fall for that? Stop playing dead. Brace yourself. Excellent, Jack.
Okay, I think this might work. Here, I've got something a little bit easier for you. You know how you go for that second headshot?
Yeah.
After, yeah. Instead of going for a second headshot, shoot her once in the head, and then go for a body shot. Okay? And then
Alright.
slam her and continue as normal. I wasn't sure if that would be enough damage on VE, and I think it is.
It's too slow on that one.
Yeah, you definitely want to be mashing the fire button so you get that shot out as quick as possible. Also, in a position like that, where she was right in front of you and you were right in front of her, I would recommend getting to the side of her before you shoot her, so that way you don't have to worry about running out of time when you try to slam her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Just makes it a little bit easier, I think. Particularly while you're learning.
Oh.
That's a weird counter.
I could have sworn that
Yeah, that's a weird counter. I think I've seen that a couple of times before, but I don't know what caused that. I looked fine. You looked like you were behind her. Very strange. The only thing I noticed that was weird is that you shot really early. You didn't do that buffer, that couple of second buffer after stunning her. But I don't see why that would cause that. That's very strange.
what am I doing?
Slammer. Yeah.
Yeah. Started walking away and I was like, huh? Oh, shoot.
Oh, I think you threw that grenade forward.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. That was really good up to that point. But hey, you're getting the hang of it, so that's good.
I think I've got the timing down for the parry.
Good.
So yeah, waiting was definitely the where
I'm
I was
glad.
messing up there.
I'm glad you got it. Oh, as soon as I say that, I jinx you. You know what? I just realized I forgot to start the timer. That's not a big deal.
I need to remember to keep holding up in first person before I actually throw the grenade.
Yeah, there's definitely no value in releasing your first person button soon. There's no reason at all because you know you're just waiting for it to explode anyway. So it's just something you don't have to get past. Oh,
I
that was really
hesitated.
good. Yeah, but hey, that was really good, man. You're getting really far. One thing I would suggest is I noticed you were kind of running away from her a little bit there when you were turning away from that stun grenade. I don't really suggest getting far away from her. I recommend getting as close to her as you can, generally. Another thing to keep in mind is you actually technically don't need to look away from the stun grenade at all. You can just look straight at her. Most people sort of look away from the stun grenade out of habit and I guess fear, paranoia, more than anything. Yeah, you threw that stun grenade forward again.
God,
Don't worry about it. Just a simple mistake is all.
ugh. Well, I knocked her over on the first shot. Is that supposed to happen?
No, that happened because you shot too soon. Remember what I said about wait the buffer? If you shoot too soon, she'll fall over and you'll do less damage. There's a name for it, but I can't remember. Sparty told me the name one time, and I just can't remember it. Um, enemies, bosses can only generally in MGS3 can only take 3 hits before they get iframes. and usually that'll be accompanied by like a special animation. And that's what happened there. The special animation was she got knocked over, and then she would have gotten iframes. So that's why you wait. That way she doesn't get iframes. You just got to remember to let go of RB later, man. That's all I
Yeah.
can tell you.
Oh no.
Just a little bit too early. What are you using to time out your buffer? Are you counting, or are you waiting for the visual cue, or what?
I'm just trying to count, but I'm not doing a great job at it.
I mean, you could always go a little later. You know, like I said, it's small numbers that we're talking about here, especially since you'll get a feel for it as you progress, and you'll be able to get a natural feel for that buffer as you get more familiar with the fight anyway. So I would say just wait longer, because you have quite a long time before she actually gets out of that animation. Not sure exactly how long it is. Yeah, that's pretty quick. I've noticed you're doing that a few times. That's like about a second delay. Definitely want to wait about three. About three.
What?
She was tracking you. That's why I recommend getting to the side before you shoot her, because that way you would have time to CQC her before she gets a chance to restore her normal, AI. Before she gets out of that animation, basically. Yeah. So try to go to her side if you find yourself in that position where you're standing in front of her when she's stunned. Get to her side before you shoot her, while she's still stunned.
Yeah. I know. I went to the front.
Oh, that's. Do you want to see me do the fight a couple times? Just sort of see. I don't know. Just see it.
I
Take a minute.
think
Basically,
I
the
got
content.
it. I just gotta
Okay.
get out of the mindset of letting go too early.
Sure, no, that's fine.
I say that and I immediately.
So was that a spatial awareness issue where you thought she was going to be south of you, north of you, but in reality she was south?
I didn't go around when.
I see. I've noticed you're taking a really wide berth sometimes. But hey, you got it, so that's really good.
Oh.
I think she's dead. Yeah, she's dead. Yeah, you got the uniform, the snake camo. On New Game, you definitely want to pick that up, so that way you have it for New Game Plus. The reason for that is because if you're, you can see right there, the game was waiting 9 seconds for you to pick up the camo. If you already have it on New Game Plus, it'll just go straight to fade to black. Seconds. So basically, you save 9 seconds. But very good. That was a very good job. Yeah, that was really good execution. So all I would say is, clean up your movement a little bit. Like I said, you're taking some wide berths. That is a portion of why she's able to escape sometimes, because you're taking such a wide line. Sometimes it just takes longer, and she'll just have no time to escape. Clean up your menuing. I noticed you're doing some like you're doing 4 menus instead of 3, for example. But that's small stuff. It's not none of that is critical right now. That's why I didn't bother mentioning it before. But yeah, that's really good, dude. So congratulations. That is your first Metal Gear Solid 3 very easy run. So the only thing left is to pick the left gun. The left gun is always the one that has the bullet in it. And that's it. So congratulations. That's very good. So, I would tell you to make a save here, but I don't want to sit through the credits. We can do that on your solo run. Are you good to go ahead and soft reset and go for that? Or do you want to do the Ocelot stuff first?
I can soft reset right now.
Oh, it won't let you.
No, I can. I just need to, I guess, get ready to do the run.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. We'll go to intermission for a few minutes. Are you ready? My point is, are you ready to go to intermission and then get started, or
Yeah.
what? Okay. All right, everybody. Well, we're gonna go to intermission. We will see you in just a few minutes. Roach is going to do his solo run. He's gonna start. I don't think he has a save at torture, so he's gonna start at the end and play his way up to this point. And yeah, all right, everybody. We will see you in a few minutes after intermission. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to part 2 of I'm No Rookie, episode 22 with Roach. Roach is now doing his solo run. All right, so we are beginning from the end because that's the nearest save that we had to where we started today. We forgot to have him make one at the torture. It's not a big deal. Unfortunately, we do have no game audio. It's a capture card issue. We're not entirely sure what's causing it. Very sorry about that, but nothing we can really do about it that we can discern. And good luck, by the way, Roach.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, sorry, sorry, Tino. It's a capture card issue. We don't know why. We don't have game audio, but it's just game audio. Unfortunately, sorry about that, guys. I like Mountainside. It's a very fun room. Interesting, and the guard placement are very easy. Is very strange. Have you fallen off that cliff yet with the box on?
I don't think yet.
Yet. It'll happen, I promise. Fun times. Try to roll up that ledge. It's a lot faster if you do that. Nice. I like that you remembered to equip the box too. Have you done the trench route in a caution yet? Where you get an alert or a caution in the previous room?
No, I don't think we ever practiced that.
Okay. The only thing you need to be aware of is if you come into this room on a caution and you miss that roll and land inside of the trench like that, there's going to be a guard that's in your way. You just got to be careful not to get an alert off of him, or else the
Alright.
door will lock. I find it hard to navigate around this place with the box on. That's why I roll down the stairs. Personal preference. If you can do it with the box on, more power to you. It's faster, but I just can't. So, for anyone who's not aware, because Roach loaded a save at the end spawned dead, and as a result, he did not get the Mosin Nagant because he didn't stamina kill him, which means that he's going to have to do a weird strat for the Fury here, unfortunately. It's just the nature of it. But what are you going to do? And he ran right away on you. He did not care at all. I recommend, aiming. That's going to be a lot better, I think.
Oh, this is really kind of a pain in the ass without the Nagant.
Yeah, the Mosin just does a lot of damage, but I mean, you can still do the same strat with the easy gun. It's just going to take a little bit longer. I think the problem is that you're trying to use the easy gun like a different type of weapon. Basically just treat it like it's the Mosin, and the fight will go a lot better. Oh, I don't know if I ever told you this. It doesn't matter where you shoot the Fury, whether it's the pinky toe or the head, it always does the same amount of damage. So you just want to aim for center of mass. Whatever you're more likely to hit is what you want to aim for. I think he went west on you there. I think he's in like the third tunnel from the left. There he is. Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
He's all the way on the opposite side of the room.
Oh, there. Yeah, I just saw him jump. He was walking left to right, wasn't he? Man, he is just hiding from you. There he is. Rip.
Oh, wow, that was...
I think you might be using the box a little bit too much on this fight. On VE, it's not as critical to equip the box as much as you can because he has so much health. Yeah, generally I would say it's not really needed unless you're about to die or you're gonna take a recoil animation or something. Almost got him.
Okay.
There you go. All right, we are out of here. Are you going to go for the flick shot strat for Rykov or the safe one?
I think I'm gonna go for the safe one because I
Okay.
haven't practiced the flick shot.
No problem. Yeah, the flick shot is maybe a little bit advanced for a beginner anyway. Maybe I shouldn't pressured you into doing that one. But either way. That's a rip. I think the alert should clear as long as you... no. Okay, one of the other guys heard it.
Can reset it if I get in here and
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Death
just
pill.
fake death pill. Another alternative option in that previous room is to just not shoot either of them, or not shoot the first guy. Just walk, stay a little bit farther south of him, and he won't even see you, hear you, as long as you keep your distance.
Oh.
Rip. Nice. Nice. Love to see it. Do you remember the frequency?
14475.
Yep. What I like to do going into this room is hold left and A, and I'll stand up on the first frame. Oh, you got you lost the alert. Okay, so that shield guy won't even be there, and the dog shouldn't be either unless you take an alert again. Oh, jeez. Oh no!
I really thought I had him there.
Yeah. Nice. Good. Yeah, I hate rolling into these vents. These are definitely the most annoying vents in the game. There's actually, this is a really nuanced section, sewer, because it's easy to lose time here. There's a lot of time to be saved for a lot of runners here in very strange ways. This room, of course, is all movement. So this is where someone who really practices that sort of thing would really pay off. But I don't think anyone's really practiced this room all that much. Got those kind of rolls down like you were just going for. They're actually really, really tricky. I don't know why. It's just
Oh my
stupid.
god.
Right? Yeah. See. Okay. Yeah. That right there. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, where you'll move, and instead of rolling, you'll crouch, and that's just like the easy kind of time loss I'm talking about. Simple things. Takes so long to die on VE.
Has using the cigar to like or while escaping ever been like a question that's asked just to like reduce your health a little more?
Yeah, that's what people used to do for years. But then we learned that the Sorrow fight does not count towards IGT, so we learned that it was just wasting time because you're taking time to equip it. So anything you do during the Sorrow fight doesn't count towards IGT. So it doesn't matter if you drown yourself or you use the handkerchief. Currently, as the board stands, right? So that's why we stopped bothering with the cigar. But on very easy, actually, it would never matter because your two options are the boards stay as they are now, and it wouldn't matter how long you take to kill yourself in the Sorrow. In which case, you would just not equip the cigar and drown yourself, or the board does change and it becomes effectively RTA without loads. In which case, you would use the handkerchief, which would kill you instantly. So the reduced health wouldn't help you anyway. So no matter what, on very easy in particular, the cigar is slower.
Okay.
Nice. You remembered the little corner thing. That saves about a second. I don't know if you noticed before in the teaching run, when you leaned up against or tried to climb it, you couldn't do it without leaning up against the wall.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? That only works on the US version of the game. It doesn't work on Japanese. I don't know why. Very strange. I like that you remembered to do the box first as well. You got a good memory. You know that. I don't remember if I mentioned this or not. You definitely want to make sure you don't get a caution in this room. That's why I have you take that line, so you don't end up shooting any guards or anything. Because if you were to miss, hit the wall, you would go into a caution, and you wouldn't be able to use this truck as a result.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. Okay. So you know that already. That guard. Yeah, I was gonna say that guard's gonna see you.
Ah, shoot.
I think you're better off resetting the room. It's gonna take minutes for the alert to wear off.
Yeah.
Just shoot the fuel tank with your lethal gun, and it'll blow up.
Oh,
You almost got him.
Totally thought I shot him there.
Right, that's why I like to roll into him. The roll has a lot bigger hitbox. You have to, if you're gonna shoot him, you have to rely on the auto aim, or you can stop and shoot him, which is definitely gonna be slower.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to roll into him.
Definitely not the place I thought I'd be resetting twice.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I mentioned it in our last session. This room is trickier
no.
on very easy than it is on European Extreme. Yeah. Okay. So what happened there? Coming out
I
of
didn't put on the box.
well, yeah, but there's a reason for that. The reason is because coming out of that codec, the game gives you control before the game actually fades in. So you're actually moving before you can even see that you're moving. I don't know if you noticed that. So you need to make sure you're not applying movement on the left stick before you can actually see Snake. Basically, is my point. Oh, what happened there? Oh, it's because you were so far to the south. You didn't take a straight line. You kind of curved around, so you were on his edge of his vision there. You got to go straight towards him. Hey, we made it out. Oh. So aiming on Xbox is a little bit weird. The sticks are like more sensitive sometimes and less sensitive others. It's very strange. There's a lot of acceleration, I think, too. I don't really remember all that well, but it's not just you. Basically, is my point. If you have a look at some of my Xbox runs, you'll see some really weird mistakes
Oh no, I didn't get the headshot.
caused by the. There is another strat you could do. You could try the Euro strat if you want. If you really struggle with these headshots. Do you want to try that?
I think if I don't get it here in the next couple, then there we go.
Sure.
Never mind.
Cool. All right then. I think it's just practice. You'll get a feel for it. No, it's not necessary to try the Euro strat. Okay, so yeah, there you wanted to quick reload and just keep spamming at him again, and you would have killed him. He would have stopped. You would have hit him again, basically, and he wouldn't have been able to charge you, and the fight would have ended just then. Just keep that in mind for next time. Basically, quick reload and spam more shots at him.
Oh, is
So now you need to get behind him and shoot him. There you go.
now we wait.
Yeah, pretty much. There's not a whole lot to bike chase on VE. You can shoot those guys while you're passing them. I didn't do that in the teaching run because I was busy typing. I should have. You definitely want to shoot those guys as you're passing rather than waiting. I don't think it's really worth it to aim there. Use the scope. I think it actually makes your aim less sensitive, which is a big problem for that area, for that part. Oh, hey, Dr. Voltron. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't realize you said that. There's no game audio because of a capture card issue. It's not muted or anything. That's just an error. Sorry about that. There's nothing we can do about it at the moment. No, it's cool. Oops. Do that. Have you experienced the bug on Xbox where if you try to quick reload too quickly, it'll just drop your input and not fire the gun?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Okay, it's something you'll experience as you get a little bit better with quick reloading. It's a I don't think it's Xbox exclusive. I think it's on any version that doesn't have pressure sensitive buttons. So basically anything but PS2 and PS3. So that would be Xbox, Shield. That's it actually. And PS TV, I guess. Or no, it wouldn't be because that's just the PS3 version. So no. You know what's funny? On PS3, it actually is faster to not zoom in on that explosion because it would lag you. But on Xbox, I'm sure it doesn't matter. Good luck. Remember to hold R1 when you quick reload. Ah, that's unfortunate. Nice. As long as you are quick, you shouldn't need to worry about the missiles if he launches them. Then, if you were quick about it, you would have had enough time to shoot the treads and then get the final shot on him before the missiles would land. Just for future reference. Remember to go for that headshot.
Yeah.
He is just a 2-shot kill. Nice. All right. So that phase 1, did you catch what happened in there that caused the loop to fail?
I think I didn't. Either I didn't hit their tread at the right time, or might have missed a shot.
It was a tread. You were a little bit late with that tread shot after hitting the weak spot for the first time. So that means he was stunned at the wrong moment. He was able to turn around. And as a result of that, he did not stay in the loop for the remainder of phase 1. If you had landed that shot, he would have stayed in place for both of your final shots. All right, back to some gameplay. You don't need to repeatedly call Eva. You just need to call her once, and as long as she doesn't completely lose sight of you, she'll keep following you. I guess there are a couple of times where she stops following you sometimes, like when she jumps down that cliff at the end of the next room, you'll have to call her again then. So, like, if she's doing a special animation or something, you're going to have to call her again. Generally, just once is good. Nice. So in that case, that guard was turning to the northwest. So I would have either not shot him at all or waited to shoot him till after I'm past him. Because, like I said before, the most important thing in this room is to keep Eva moving. And there, she was stationary for probably 10 seconds. So that's just 10 seconds lost, is all. So right now, Eva's not moving, by the way. Good luck.
Ouch.
In that case, you still could have just thrown it straight up. As long as you threw it, sort of facing her, it still would have worked. What happened there?
I don't know. I thought I shot her in the head, but it just went through.
No, the second shot. It looked like your gun just lowered on you. Did you press L3 or click in the left stick?
I don't know.
That's the only thing I know of, other than quick reloading, that would cause that on X.
Oh.
It doesn't really matter. Just curious as well.
Wasn't behind her there. Oh my god.
She's behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you looked in like all the quadrants except the one she was in. Yeah, if that happens, just keep spinning around and eventually you'll find her. You know, there's no reason to double back. Just keep going. Eventually you'll double back anyway if you don't see her by then.
Well, at first I didn't see her, so I thought I knocked her down.
Right. Yeah. I would suggest just kind of paying a little bit more attention to where she's at when you go into first person. You are getting that, even though you just missed it, I recognize that, but you are getting that parry a lot better now. That's good.
Oh, god damn it.
Just gotta wait longer. So that time it was the wide line you took. It gave her enough time to get out of that stun animation. That's why I suggest getting as close to her as you can while she's stunned before you go for your shots. And basically getting into position to do your shots before you actually do them. It'll save you a lot of time in those kind of edge situations like that. Oh yeah, sorry Vermilion. No game audio because of a weird capture card issue. We're not entirely sure what it is. It's nothing on MGSR's end. MGSR is all working fine. The audio actually is unmuted. It's just there is no audio to be heard. We don't know why. Sorry about that. Really do apologize. Yeah. So there, if you had gone to the side before
Yeah.
going for the shots, yeah. You have a lot of time before she actually gets out of that stun animation after the stun grenade. So it's really important that you go to the side if you're not going to be blazing with those shots, I guess. So in that scenario where you're behind her, I recommend aiming for the head for the first shot still, because I don't know if that's enough damage to actually end the fight in the same
It
amount
is.
of time. Is it? Okay, cool then. Nice. GG. All right, sweet. Well, there's our answer. GG, dude. Congratulations.
All that's left is just clean everything up.
Yeah. How do you feel? Think you got a good grasp on all the important stuff?
It'll get there.
It'll get there. Okay. Yeah, I guess you got the foundation. How do you feel about the foundation for the knowledge?
Pretty good.
Good. All right. Well, of course, I am always happy to help you with any questions you might have, anything you might need more explained in further detail. So is anyone else in the MGS3 channel. And of course, if you ever wanted to do another I'm No Rookie session, we could. We could even do one for more advanced strats if you ever feel like doing that. And when you feel like graduating to other difficulties, of course, I'm happy to teach you then as well. So is Apache and anyone else who runs MGS3. VE is an underrated category. It's very fun. All right, so I do recommend you go ahead and go sit through the credits to get a New Game Plus save, just so you can have one. But that's up to you. All right, so everyone, thank you all for watching I'm No Rookie episode 22 with Roach. Roach, do you have any final words? I'll take that as a no.
Pineapple
All right, Roach.
doesn't belong on pizza.
All right, you gotta stand by that one. So yeah, hope to see you submitting some runs to the board, Roach. It'll be super fun when you do. All right, everybody. I guess that's it for us. I hope you all enjoyed I'm No Rookie episode 22. We are going to go ahead and raid Joe. That's who we're going to raid today. So go ahead. He's doing some MGS3 European Extreme. So go ahead and give him a fat hello for me. And give him a good luck, too. All right? He's just not going into torture. All right? So everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.